find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Lucky 56. Flag 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll look to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Gun!
Back to throw here. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, You got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll set up a throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Gun! 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 All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
4 down, check, check.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Brandon, this is why I'm really glad I'm sitting up here next to you. It's awfully tempting to go for it right here, isn't it? But it's been a great drive, On the road, you've got to come away with at least 3 points. Kick the field goal.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Breida. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Gun!
Off the play fake. Murray. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Murray dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run forward, Breida. And I don't think he got there. He did of a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Coleman on the toss. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Got to love what they're doing on offense right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Lucky 56. Gun!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Gun!
Throwing on 1st down. Murray forced out to his left. He finds McKinnon, complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Gun!
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Detroit!
From the gun, Murray. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, And we're just talking about the first catch there. I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
Finding some room at midfield. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch 7. Watch 7. Gone! 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 Hey, Jordan Island over there. Single receiver. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Murray. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun, Murray being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. From the 3 now, here they come on third and goal.
Now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Fights, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, you got four down. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Back to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere.
No,
They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
4 there. Alert. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Gun, gun! Gun, gun! 57. Mike. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Leopard! Leopard!
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Black 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! 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 Take four, take four!
Looking to throw on second down. Murray dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and goal.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Check! 56.
He's going to get it running right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Always got some breathing room. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Forced out to his left. Murray fighting, lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. To throw on second down. Murray steps, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Over! 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 Over!
From the gun on third down. Murray got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Murray being chased out left. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here we go.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Gun! Gun!
Operating from the gun. Murray flushed out right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Murray now, buying time to his left. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And this one is right through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got to.
And got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's got Fuller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Lucky 56. Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Gone!
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney!
It's Coleman here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And that's going to do it right there. They're going to run out of time, and we're going to be headed for OT. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now, that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gone! Gone! Detroit!
From the gun, Murray going deep downfield for Ross. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Murray dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Murray forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll toss it to Breida. He's got daylight. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.